Hi! Have you missed me? So I know that I am Jess, and I know that I literally checked out, but I had to do a couple of things, and my life's been a little bit chaotic lately. In part one, I have had ADHD demotivation, and by that I mean I've had so much going on in my life, I just could not concentrate on creating content. I have videos that I need to edit that I created earlier, but I have not had the energy to put them up or to consider about it, and this channel kind of got to the backside. So why have I been demotivated? Well, one is the same as always, school. I am currently in a German intensive learning course, and that means that I do nothing but a lot of German all at once. I do it for, it was 20 hours a week, now it's 16 due to some things, but either way, 16 hours a week of nothing but German grammar. Grammar. Oh, and more grammar, in case you didn't catch that. So there's a lot of homework and watching TV and trying to understand what's going on, reading the news, kind of trying to immerse myself in understanding the world that I'm in right now. And if you hear any weird background noise, I'm sorry. Apparently they're picking up the trash right now. So the other motivating factor, or demotivating factor as it were, is that I have been getting my teeth done. I do not have a lot of teeth right now, which I mentioned I think in the last video, or in the last time I posted, because my last one was the anti-TBR, which was quite a while ago. But the problem is, is I have a really bad periodontitis. I think that's how you say it. And because of that, I don't really have a lot of teeth left. And hence the mask, which has been from the beginning. But I've also been getting teeth work done to get partials in my upper and my lower. The problem is putting on my partials causes me to gag. And so because I have been gagging, it's been very difficult for me to find the balance that I need. And again, that can be kind of hard. That doesn't mean I haven't been reading, because I've been reading a lot since I haven't posted on here. And I've been doing a lot. But it's been hard for me to find the motivation to come on and do this. Now that my teeth are kind of getting to where they need to be, and I'm still working on the partials, we'll go with it. And if you hear any breathing, that's my dog wanting attention. She tends to cough when she wants attention because she's not getting any at the time. So right now my husband is giving her attention. This is Penny's way. But ultimately, I want to do more of these videos, and I will. So in that vein, this is kind of a catch-up video. Oh, by the way, if you have any tips on how to handle upper partials, please leave a comment in the below, because I'm having such a difficult time and it's making it very hard for me to do what I need to do to get my teeth fully in order for me to get the permanent teeth. Blech. See? Blech. When you don't have teeth, it doesn't. Blech. All right, so here is my breakdown. I read over 50 books. I think I've read 53 books since I have been updating. I'm not counting July because I believe I have a July wrap-up. I just have to go through and find it and put it together if it's not up. But I read a lot of books. I listened to a few audiobooks, but honestly the audiobooks have been more recent because I've been having to go back. In the morning I've been listening to a lot more YouTube videos. But the problem is part of my route on public transit is I'm underground and you literally cannot get any internet there. It's a bit of a problem. So, when you break down the genres, because that's what I like to do more than anything, I read 39 romances, 1 thriller, 1 nonfiction, and 1 general fiction. And yet, that's still not 53. Anyway, I don't know where the other ones went. I don't remember. It's in my thing over there, so we're just going to go with those numbers, shall we? All right. Overall, my star ratings, I DNF'd 3. I gave 3 1 stars, 12 2 stars, 13 3 stars, 12 4 stars, and 10 5 stars. Like I said, there's 53. I don't know where those missing ones are. On that, I'm just going to do a very quick breakdown of the favorite ones and the ones I didn't really enjoy during that time. So the top reads, you have Halfway to Free by Emma Donegan. Donegan, I think is how you say her name. And that was a short by Amazon, you know, one of those little mini short stories they do. And I really enjoyed it because it's talking about finding freedom in an era where you don't really have kids. It's all done by the government, who allows who. There's a lot of, you know, eugenic-y type stuff going on, which is not so great, by the way. But what was interesting was seeing how you change your mind and what you need along the way. And I thought that was really entertaining and thought-provoking, and I really enjoyed it. I think I'm going to make a best of like novellas and shorts that I read in 2021 if you're interested, because I actually have read quite a few. I actually think majority of them are under 100 pages, so there's a lot. There's almost like there's like 170 books, and majority of them have been 100 pages. So I wanted to kind of maybe do that. And then I also read In Pursuit of Dragons by Anne Renwick, and that was a romance, so I'm not going to talk too much because, as you know, this is not a romance channel. That is from my Deconstructing Damsels channel, which will be linked below. But mostly, what I liked about it was steampunk, Victorian, like almost a, I'm not going to say Napoleonic War because it wasn't, but it was in that kind of style, and I really enjoyed that. I think it was Victorian. Maybe Regency. I don't remember. I'm not very good at this as a matter of practice. Okay, and then we had Pandora's Jar by Natalie Haynes. If you know me at all, you know I love a really good retelling of Greek mythology and any mythology really that kind of gives women their power back. And I think that, you know, Haynes does a really good job of that. She wrote 1,000 Ships, which, if you remember, I loved. Loved. And so I was really excited to see that because I had script at the time and I could listen to the audiobooks. Love audiobooks. And then we have Like a Wolf with a Bone by Shelly Laurenston, a Pride book. That's it. It's about, I think this is the one with, I don't remember. I'm sorry, I don't remember the names, but there's a lot of them, and so I kind of get it. But like, I love Shelly Laurenston, even though she's a romance author. So again, I'm not going to go deeply into it because I kind of want to talk about these on my podcast or my Patreon for that. But anyway, but I really enjoyed the fact that the world she builds, the women are all individual and they're all different, but they all have power in their own way, no matter what that may be, whether they're human or other or part of the pride or whatever it may be. They have their own power sources, and I think that's really important. And that's why I loved Breaking Badger as well earlier this year. Again, Shelly Laurenston is one of those safe spaces for me. You know how you get like those authors, you know, like I have Shelly Laurenston, Tessa Dare, Erica Ridley, Olivia Dade. They're all romances, but they're also very safe spaces. I know I can read one and I'll laugh. And also, to go in that, another one that I really enjoy is Molly Harper, and I read I'm Dreaming of an Undead Christmas, which is very on brand with her. And it kind of revolves around a young girl going back home from college and meeting up with her guardian, who is her older sister, and she's now a vampire, and like how Christmas works with vampires. And there's a character in there that's a lot like Claudia from Interview with a Vampire. It's a while since I read Interview, so I'm not sure, but definitely the Kirsten Dunst Claudia style. But it's very interesting, and I find it entertaining because there's a little bit of mystery, there's a little bit of whodunit, but without it being a big deal, you know. And just Molly Harper's got that voice that makes me laugh, just like, you know, Mary Janice Davidson does. So I'm really excited to have more of her read. And over on Deconstructing Damsels, I covered How to Date a Dragon, which is also by Molly Harper. So she's always a safe space for me. And my final standout that I was not expecting was Bennet Women. Now I'm going to look at the screen and tell you how to say this name because it's a name. Okay, Eden Appiah-Kubi, I think is how you say her name. And what I really liked about this one is it's a romance, but it's a romance like Jane Austen is a romance. So I'm not really sure I consider it a romance. I know. I'm controversial, but I don't like Austen. So I was surprised I actually liked this book. But I picked it up because I thought it was, you know, entertaining. It's new age, new adult, I guess not new age, but new adult. And it deals with what happens when you're in your senior year or you're going to college and you found your place, but you don't fit in. Or you found your place and you do fit in and you know you're not going to fit in outside of that. And there was this really great lead up. And I didn't hate the characters again. I don't like Austen. I'm controversial in that in a lot of places, but I don't like her. I don't like how she writes. I don't find her engaging for me. And I really enjoyed this author's approach on layering. You had a trans woman who was a lead character. You had, you know, a black lead woman character, and you have all these elements. You have uh, the hero is Asian American. I don't remember which one because it's been like 3 months since I read this book, and I forgot to look it back up. But it's very interesting for how this works together and what you want to do and what you want to be is not necessarily easy to get when you have parental pressure as well. So there's all these really nice elements of social responsibility, self responsibility, and self actualization. See, I don't have teeth. There's nothing out there to go. But anyway, sorry. I'm gonna keep saying that. But there's a lot of things that kind of work together, I think, and so it's been really interesting to see what the paths were for these characters and how they worked out. And I appreciated the fact they weren't something you would necessarily find. So I was really surprised that Amazon, I think, printed it, and they also have the audiobook. It's on a Kindle Unlimited. Actually, I'm looking at all these except for Pandora's Jar. And then The Pursuit of Dragons, they're all on Amazon Kindle. That's how it rolls. I found In the Pursuit of Dragons at Chirp Books for like, I think 99 cents. And so I was down for it. And that actually kicked off in Deconstructing Damsel's Halloween month, which is October. That kicked off that dragon. Follow along, which is also how I read 31 books in October because they weren't necessarily books. A lot of them were short stories and novellas that I found in Kindle Unlimited, but it was very entertaining to find things to talk about. Now, here are the 3 that I did not enjoy. There were more. I know there were more, but I only picked 3 because these are all very different ones. So you have Sugar&Spice by Kat Baxter. You have Pumpkin Spice Daddy, I picked it for the name alone, by Ava Sinclair, and Her Last Breath by Hilary Davidson. The first 2 are romances, and the third is a thriller, I guess. Okay, the last one is an audiobook. The first one was Sugar&Spice, and that one dealt with, it was like 40 pages, and this lady was a cover for a plus size magazine, and like she fell for, I think it was a football, like American football player, and I don't know, I did not like it. I feel like it was too instant lovey, like literally within 40 pages they were, in love and lust, and they know each other for 2 days, and that's just not my jam. And then you have Pumpkin Spice Daddy. Again, I picked it just because. And I'm talking about these because I'm not going to be talking about them on Deconstructing Damsels, so there's no reason. That one. I picked it because of the name, because I thought, hey, why not? But then I read it, and I was very confused. It was about a preschool teacher, maybe kindergarten teacher, but anyway, young, but I think it was preschool, who is like a little bit of a rebellious person, but she goes to this kind of like, conservative little town, and so she has to kind of tone it down, so she does. But then she meets a farmer who apparently is running the farm that all the kids are going to for the pumpkin patch visit, even though it's not even quite Halloween yet. Like, not even October yet. But anyway, so she goes there. And along the way, she finds out, oh, she's attracted to him, blah, 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 blah. And then, like, he turns into her daddy, the kink form. And then they fall in love, and he rescues her by, getting the community together when the preschool wants to fire her. I didn't believe a word of it. Sorry. That one wasn't easily 1 star. And then the final one is the the psychological thriller called Her Last Breath. And honestly, the only thing I liked about that was it ended. I felt like there was just too much going on in this story. There was a lot of twists and turns where is she dead? Is she not dead? Is she faking her death? What's going on? You know, who are these people? What's the real story? Blah, 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 blah. It just, it wasn't great, to be honest. It felt very contrived. And I listened to the audiobook, and I usually love audiobooks, but I could not get into this one at all. You know, I was like, man. I've actually found that to be a problem on Amazon Kindle Unlimited, like, you know, those kind of the option of those audiobooks and those books, because sometimes I feel like they need more editing. Actually, I think that in the publishing world in general right now, I think there are books that could be cut down or reframed or done a lot and gotten a lot more editing on the plot side, because I love character-driven stories. They're my favorite. But I don't really like them if there's no connection to the plot and the character, because the character needs to be involved in the plot for it to work, and it did not. Okay, now here are my possible videos. See, I told you it was very short. Here are my possible videos I'm thinking about doing, and let me know below. Like I said, I want to do the novella short story ones. I think that'd be a very cool one. I could talk about like the top and the lower ones. I finished the latest two Widows novella, which I have a video up about that, but I finished those up. So that's good to go for the next year until the next one comes out. I'm obviously going to do a November Reads one, but what would you like? Like, would you like a blog? I'm old. Would you like a vlog? And like, obviously a best of, because those are pretty normal, but I'm thinking, you know, what I enjoy and what I didn't enjoy, because I don't always read stuff that are from 2021. I read a lot of older books. I read whatever I can come across and piques my interest, because I love a mood read. You know, like I'm thinking maybe a novella, cozy mystery, or maybe slightly longer book for my Christmas video, because I haven't done a cozy mystery and I love cozy mysteries. And so I was kind of like maybe thinking about that. What do you think? Do you have any suggestions? Just drop them below. I also keep forgetting to say this, but please like and subscribe and notify the bell, or hit the bell for notification. Either way, you get it. You hear it on every video, so I just keep forgetting it, because I'm like, people either do or don't. I'm the same way on my podcast, to be honest. If you have any books you think I would like to read that are like on Kindle Unlimited or Audible, please let me know, because I'm trying to expand. The only genres I don't read really are horror. I don't like horror for the most part. Ring Shout was a complete like surprise for me, because I don't like them. But otherwise, let me know. And I think I'm going to drop a few videos that I already have, and they just need to be edited. So you may get my summer book haul right at Christmas. I don't know. But either way, you know, it's the season behind. But I'm thinking about doing stuff like that, because I've already recorded them. And like I said, some of them are like what I've read, and I don't want to have to redo them, because I read a lot in July. So, you know, what other YouTubers are you also watching? I want to get some feedback on what's going on, because it's been like 4 months? 4 months since I was on here, so I don't know what's changed in that time frame. I don't know what you guys are interested in, not interested in. Let me know, because like I said, trends change really fast. Oh, before I go, one more thing. I know for a fact I'm going to do a video on the Booktube giving tag, which is done by Elliot Brooks, because I have a few things that I want to do on there. But I'm going to link to her below on this video and that video. She's hoping to get a wish list completed for someone. I'm also going to put in a wish list for someone that I follow on Twitter, Angie, because she is a librarian at a very small rural library, and they need to be able to bring in better books that are not broken, busted, falling apart. And I think that's important. So I'm going to put those in there as well. Mine will be a completely different topic for giving, but I wanted to really highlight those because I think giving books to place in people and food and, you know, essentials. To me, books are essentials. You can't go very far if you can't read. And how do you learn to read? You learn to read by building your way up on books. So the grammar girl knows now. All right. I will talk to you next time. I hope you have fun and enjoy it being fall. I don't know. It's been winter here in Germany for like months. So I don't know. We missed fall entirely. We had 3 weeks of change leaves, and within those 3 weeks, half of them had already fallen. The leaves had already fallen off the trees. So I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.